Now, I want anybody who would like to volunteer to come up here and tell the audience how cap and trade works. I'd like you to volunteer to do that. I'll save you the trouble. Oh, you want to volunteer? Well, you come up here. But you can't talk. You have to stand there. You're my other volunteer. What's your name? Beth. It is not. Yes. Oh, yes, it is. Beth. Okay, Orlean is going to be the state of California. And the state has been, since the 2006 Global Warming Solutions Act was passed, and since it was implemented by AB 32, that was signed into law by Governor Schwarzenegger.
Kennedy, we call her.
Schwarzenegger. I do a solo, please, Orlean.
Sorry.
This is a carbon credit. She has gone through the entire state of California with her staff that you're paying for, and they have established a cap, a pollution cap, for every business, every vehicle, every home in the state. A pollution credit. Over here, we have a dairy farmer. She is a profit-making business, so this is her profit, and you'll notice it's slightly larger than real money. This is Obama money. Slightly inflated. There it is. You take that. Okay, now, when we have one of these auctions that's coming up, this dear sister over here has a herd of cows, and her cows, unfortunately, burp at both ends. That's the most polite way I can put it. And they create methane gas. I'm just as shocked as you are. You and your lousy cows, you're making a mess of the environment. And you've had to keep track of that since January the 1st of this year. I don't know how you follow your cows around with a clipboard and measure all this, but you have to file a report with CARB as of the 14th of November. And if your cows exceed the pollution level, it sounds so ridiculous, doesn't it? If your cows exceed the pollution levels, you have to buy a carbon credit, okay? That doesn't mean that your cows are going to stop. It just means that your cows can continue to, but you get a carbon credit from the state and you give the state some money. Got it? Okay. Now, that carbon credit's worth $100. You'd like to buy this, right? Because you want to stay in business, you want to keep your cows. Okay, there's 100. Oh, just a second. Not so fast. Yeah. You see, these gases have now become a commodity. A commodity like gasoline. A commodity like wheat or corn. You can buy commodity futures from a group called Cantor Fitzgerald that opened offices in San Francisco on September the 12th of last year. They handled all of the carbon credit sales in the European Union for the past 7 years. They get a 4% commission. Here's the truth about the EU cap and trade program. It affected 27 nations, 12,000 businesses, cost $135 billion, and guess what effect it's had on the atmosphere? But if you get $135 billion, 4% of that for your commission, that's a pretty good business to be in, right? So Cantor Fitzgerald opened up their offices in San Francisco, and I'm going to be Cantor Fitzgerald. Now, Miss California, You just stay there. I'll get your $100 in just a second. I've got bad news. You know the electric companies that are polluters? I got a call from them just before I came over here, and they're willing to pay $200 for this. And I got a call from a winery. They're really in trouble. They need this so bad, they offered me $350. And I have to make a little profit for handling this complicated transaction. So I'll sell this to you for $500. That's all you have. Oh, too bad. You need the carbon credit worse than you need the money. Here's your $100. And now you know how cap and trade works.